family is on high alert this morning, braced for a week of drama as Prince Harry prepares to touch down in London today. A last-minute change of plans will see the Duke of Sussex travel alone after Meghan and their children pulled out of their visit due to rising security concerns. But sources now say the family could join Harry at another location in the UK outside of London. For more on this, Russell Myers, royal editor for The Mirror, joins us live from London. Good morning to you. What is happening?
Well, Nat, good morning. I wish I knew because, as you just rightly said, there has been U-turn after U-turn. Prince Harry has said that it's not safe enough to bring his wife and children to London. And we've heard this, of course, before, because he has said on multiple occasions that he didn't feel it was safe to bring his family to the UK because of his security situation. It appears that he jumped the gun and announced that just last Friday that he would be bringing Meghan and his two children, Archie and Lilibet, to the UK. But then 24 hours later, they did a U-turn because they were told that they weren't going to be given taxpayer-funded security. So now we understand that they're not going to be coming to London, but they may be joining him at another location in the UK. So it seems to be sort of going round about the houses, and certainly the Buckingham Palace or the King are none the wiser at the moment.
Russell, would it be better for Harry and Meghan and the kids to fly in and the King to, chopper out somewhere, and somewhere in the English countryside they meet up and not tell everyone about it?
Well, that's certainly one case, you could put forward, because Harry and Meghan have made a big deal about coming to the UK. They announced this plan to come to Britain several weeks ago. Then they made the announcement before they knew that they were going to not have security. I've spoken to people in the government and they say that this seemed to be a ploy in order to try and force the government's hand on this. But nothing has changed from the Home Office's position. They said that they weren't going to grant him security. There was a review that he asked for. And just on that point of whether the King should, change his schedule and chopper somewhere to meet them in the countryside. Again, why should the King be changing his schedule? He has got engagements every day this week. He's got private meetings as well. Certainly if Harry and the family wanted to come and see him, they were more than welcome. But certainly this circus that has followed them over the last few days has certainly not been welcomed by Buckingham Palace.
OK, so they say they want security. So they were denied the request for taxpayer-funded police protection in London. Can the King step in and pay for that, or can they just get their own?
Well, again, that has been Harry's argument. He has wanted the King to step in. They, of course, have left the royal family a few years ago. They've made an awful lot of money. They've made tens and tens of millions of dollars on the backs of Netflix and Spotify. They are fabulously wealthy, so why shouldn't they pay for their own security? Now, the other flip side of this is, of course, that the King cannot get involved. He, of course, is the head of state. This is a government decision. If he was meddling in any other government business, then we'd all have a lot to say about it. So for Harry, he needs to understand that he's lost a case at the High Court. He took that to appeal. He's lost that, and he's not been granted this review. So how many more times does he need to be told no?
OK, gee, it's interesting. Thank you very much for the update, Russell.